Today I've got something really nice to show you from Dan Wesson Firearms, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what's inside the box. Today we have from Dan Wesson a 1911, and this is the Silverback by Dan Wesson. So I'm going to go ahead and set it aside here. So of course we've got spare mag, your wrapping paper, we got lock, we got books, we got all the information in the nice locked box here. And let's take a look at the 10mm. This is the only two-tone 1911 offered by Dan Wesson. Now, Dan Wesson had been making some of the world-class revolvers since about 1968. Built revolvers, 1911s, all the way up till 2005 when Dan Wesson Firearms was purchased by CZ. And CZ is the world's largest firearm producer. So that was a pretty good opportunity for Dan Wesson to get to a point where he could have a lot of backing, produce more guns, and really take the Dan Wesson line to the next level. Like I said, this is the Silverback. It is a 10mm. It's a standard size 1911 with a 5-inch barrel. You've got the nitride black finish on the frame and of course the stainless on the slide. There's a lot of cool custom things done with this 1911. First off, it's got a serrated top rib on it. So as you can see, you're not going to get any reflection off the rib here. So when you're acquiring a target, no matter where the sun is at the time, it's not going to reflect up off of that and get in your eyes. You can also see it has adjustable tritium night sights. It's a match grade 10mm barrel. No front serrations on this, just rear. It's very classic looking 1911. The dust cover has a beautiful ball cut to it. Very smooth, very precise. One thing that Dan Wesson has always done, I mean, you know, with like the Ed Brown bobtail and other guns that they've made, the Valor, everything is very precise, very beautiful for lack of a better word. People put in the time and effort to turn just a regular old 1911 into a work of art. This has some nice black and gray G10 grips here. Good grip on them, not overly aggressive, but they're not going to slip out of your hands. It does have a target hammer, skeletonized. It does have the extended tail in the rear. It has a long trigger. Some 1911, some of the older ones come with a short trigger versus a long trigger. This is a long trigger. Now, make no mistake, that doesn't mean it's a long travel trigger. Make sure we're clear. There's very little travel to it. So there's all of your take up right there. And very, very crisp break on it. I really like the break of a 1911. That's something that can't be duplicated in all these striker fire pistols. So this has got single-sided safety. Doesn't have an ambidextrous safety on it. There are parts available. If you wanted to put an ambidextrous safety, you can. 1911s I love because you can build them. There's lots of parts out there. So it does not have a humped back strap, has a straight back strap, and it does have that 25 line per inch checkering on that mainspring housing. So it's a very positive grip there. Here's one of my favorite things about it. 25 line per inch checkering on the front strap. This is something that you don't see in a lot of 1911s. A lot of high-end ones do. So having that checkering in the front, I'm going to take this ring off here because I don't want to get into it, but you get a really, I mean, if I squeeze that hard enough, you're going to probably can't see it on camera, but there's lines all over my fingers here. Make no mistake, you're going to get plenty of grip out of that. I mean, even the mag release has the 25 line per inch checkering on it. This is a 10mm. So for those of you not familiar with the 10mm, it's a little bit narrower than a 45 and a bit taller than a 9mm. It's a formidable round, makes a loud bang and puts a big hole in things. So you've got 8-round magazines. They do have a nice base on them, nice rubber base. 2 8-round magazines come with it. For those of you familiar with the Dan Wesson line, the Silverback is built to the same tolerances and at the same quality level as the Valor, which is their really high-end pistol. Standard GI return spring on it, so disassembly on this is going to be easier than some of the other ones on the market where they have the giant one-piece guide rod in it. Another thing about it, the recessed takedown pin. I absolutely love that. So it's a recessed, I mean, you can feel the bump with your finger, but it's recessed. You're not going to feel it. You're not going to feel that big lump on the side. It's little things like that. The checkering, the rib up top, the sights, the beautiful lines of the ball cut. It's what sets it apart from other, you know, off-the-shelf 1911. It's really nice. It's made in Norwich, New York by Dan Wesson Firearms. Like I said, it's owned by CZ. They're the parent company now, but Dan Wesson through and through. I highly recommend getting out and putting your hands on a Dan Wesson. But yeah, that's it. That's the Dan Wesson Silverback. Beautiful two-tone finish. I love that stainless upper, and I love all the details that are put into this. So there it is. That is the Silverback in 10mm from Dan Wesson. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about this beautiful gun, feel free to leave them below. Also hit that subscribe button.